Welcome to Shorts Beyond Measure, where fashion, interiors, and psychology get the stylish, savvy, and slightly therapeutic touch.
We're Tara West, Caroline Baltz, and Allison Goldberg, a fashion stylist and 2 interior designers who are also trained as psychotherapists.
So let's get into what's trending, what's tired, and what's actually worth your time. Because good style and good decisions should never be short-lived.
Hello, everybody. Today, we're going to kick off by asking producer Dave what he thinks are the top 5 fashion trends of 2025 for spring. Did I say spring?
It's not that shirt, I can tell you that much.
Wow,
Dave.
Wow, coming in hot on all, throwing producer Dave under the bus. Did you want an extreme close-up today for the video, Allison? Okay, so the top fashion trends, easy. Leg warmers, neon, really like fluorescent wigs, Maybelline makeup. How am I doing?
Dave's living in the 80s.
Like his shirt?
Of course.
Maybelline.
I like this shirt.
Apparently, you're the only one.
He needs to hire Tara West. No, today we're going to, well, Caroline, you could talk about, you always introduce what we're going to talk about. What are we talking about today?
We are talking about trends, fashion trends for spring 2025, both in the home and in the wardrobe.
So, I mean, this is the time when everybody wants to start shopping. The weather hasn't totally changed. I don't know if this happens to you, but when the weather is freezing, I'm always like, when are people going to want to start shopping? And then all of a sudden it changes and then everybody wants it all at once. Does that happen to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when it rains, it pours.
Exactly. I love that. So some of the trends, and I have been seeing, and I actually have been dabbling in, is like the sheer trend.
I saw that in Miami.
Yeah.
So that's so hard to wear. But Miami's the perfect place to try it. Were you nervous?
I was only nervous that my underwear were going to go up my butt, but it wouldn't matter there because everybody's wearing a thong.
Right. And I feel like a little sheer over it, covers any imperfections.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, you know what? Who cares? I'm going to try it. It's really cute. I kept it tasteful with just like a t-shirt and a heel, which I felt was appropriate for my age. But the sheer trend it's cute. Like if you can do it right, you can make it very classy.
What did your son think of that? My son would be like, put your guyot away.
I always ask Penelope, who's my middle child, her opinion, because if Penelope says no, it's no. It's
okay.
a no. Like Penelope's like, she would be 100% honest with me.
Love that girl.
I always say to Allison, no is a full sentence when you have her in your life.
It's true.
And so Penelope gave it the thumbs up. They all liked it. It wasn't inappropriate. It was a little risque, but it was still like...
Yeah, it was like a full pair of underwear.
Thank you. And the skirt was cute.
Yeah.
So, but another thing is pink. Blush pink is really in. And I feel like I feel like you guys do people like blush pink in their house?
Yeah. Anything like pastels are kind of coming back. Anything warm, creamy, organic is like what's coming back right now. We're kind of getting rid of all like the stark whites that people used to put in their like farmhouse homes, but now it's really more of like an organic, creamy white, like what's that white color that I love? Swiss Coffee by Benjamin Moore. I would like my whole main house is Swiss Coffee.
I love that. And so also a yellow, like a buttery yellow is very in.
Yes. Yellows are coming back, but not like that 90s yellow, just like a light pale yellow you'll start seeing. Are you seeing that in clothing as well?
100%. I actually I think not everybody can wear it, just like a pink. You got to find your right pink. But I think it's such a pretty color, especially for the spring, summer.
I know. I bought my dress for Party in the Park. And then I read about the yellow trend and I'm like, oh, I should have, my dress is pink, so it's still on trend. But I wish I kind of got a buttery yellow dress. It's just so pretty. It's like the perfect tone for spring and summer.
Do you have your Party in the Park outfit?
I'm working on it. Allison's helping me. I feel so much pressure. I'm like, oh my God, thank God I have Allison to be like, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that?
I'm sewing butterflies onto her dress, like 3D appliques.
That's so cool. I don't have an outfit yet. Anyways, another trend is, I'm trying to think what I was going to say.
Is monochrome like a big thing right now?
Monochrome is always a trend. I feel like when in doubt, go monochrome because it always looks elegant and elevated and current and chic.
It's so funny because that's also a big trend in painting a room is that people are not doing, like a white baseboard and then a colored wall and then a flat white ceiling. They're doing the same color on all three pieces in different sheens, which just gives it a more elevated, elegant look.
So if you were to do a room monochromatic, would you also do all the furniture monochromatic but bring in pops of color? How does that work?
No, that's just paint. You can totally play with the colors and furniture, and people are really liking this like layered look, layered rugs, layered pillows, different prints, kind of this hearkening to grandma chic a little bit, but in a much more modern, organic way.
Yeah, it's called color drenching when you do like the paint all different mediums throughout the moldings. And as Allison was saying, walls are eggshell, ceiling is ceiling paint, but in the same color. And so it takes on a little bit of a different texture and the way the eye reflects, the light reflects to the eye, but it's all the same color.
Yeah, I love that because I think we can all even picture somebody in a monochromatic look and how great that looks, even though it's not all the same shade. It's all the same tone.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And then you can add just like a different belt or a boot or something.
Yeah. Same. Throw pillow, rug, sofa, ottoman.
What did we name that Newton project?
Oh, modern heritage.
Yeah. That's different than my style. Like that wouldn't be what I gravitate towards, which makes it fun. But I'm really liking how it's coming together.
Yeah, but I feel like I see that too with all the floral prints in clothing, right? Like we're seeing more like floral prints for wallpapers and throw pillows. Are you seeing a lot of that?
Whenever I hear florals for spring, I think of The Devil Wears Prada when she's like groundbreaking. But floral is always good. And I think that every year it's just different. Is it a big floral pattern that's in or is it a small floral pattern that's in? But it always comes back.
We're doing a house with a builder in Newton, which is coming on the market soon. Westbourne Road, everybody check it out. And the builder really was amazing to work with, rapid construction. And they let us choose everything. And we found these huge floral tiles, 48 inches by like 18 inches, or 24 by 48, these huge florals, and it's going in the primary bathroom. And I feel like this gender fluidity and men being a little bit more comfortable with florals, like we don't feel like, oh, this is too feminine to have in a primary bathroom.
I like that.
Yeah, it's also in like a neutral palette, so it's kind of staying on that monochrome. Like we have a print, but it's all kind of on this neutral, warm tone. Dave, do you wear a lot of flower prints?
I do have some flower prints, as a matter of fact, but I'm not going to wear them because I don't want to be made fun of in my own studio. Very depressing. No, can men get away with flower prints, or were you joking?
No, I think men can wear floral. It just has
You
to
might not be able to, but other people can.
I love men in pink.
I was just going to say that I love a man in pink. A real men wear pink. It's a
I
soft
have a hot
pink.
shirt. I'll wear it the next time.
All right.
Another trend, so a lot of the layering necklaces, jewelry has been a huge trend for a while now, And so now we're going back to kind of chunky pieces, which I kind of like. You can add it on with the layering, or you can just wear it alone. Those like a big chunky necklace, a big earring. I kind of like that look sometimes to mix it up.
Yeah, you'll probably see it because I wear it all the time, but my foundry necklace, I'm obsessed with. It's a chunky chain, but then you can add all these
Charms.
Yeah, charms and medallions, and they all have like a spiritual meaning. So like, I'm obsessed with it. It's like my go-to necklace when I want to do something chunky.
I bet it cost a fortune.
Yeah.
Foundry. As she dropped the name.
I know.
Well, I love their stuff. It is expensive, but I like the meaning behind it is what I really love.
I love the quality. They have incredible quality. It's worth the money. Sometimes the price does not match the
Right.
product.
This is worth it.
Absolutely. So what are some other trends?
One of the big things that we always do in at least one room in the house is we lacquer the room, which is just like a really shiny paint. Basically, we use fine paints of Europe, and it's like 3 layers, and you have to go back and sand it and then start all over again. But the end look is this color drenched, shiny room, and it just makes such a statement and such a different way to use paint. Do you see that in fashion, or like metallics?
Well,
or like
I was going to say
shininess?
the ugly shoe trend is pretty big in fashion. Like sometimes you'll see these like really ugly Balenciaga huge sneakers, or
Yes.
you could only imagine in your head like a real ugly, like cold guy. They just have this heel, which I would probably wear. It's way too high and it's super ugly. I'm sure they don't think it's that ugly, but I call it the ugly shoe trend, and like only some people can pull it off. But when you pull it off the right way, it's pretty chic.
I love that.
Maybe we'll be the judge of it.
I can't do that Balenciaga sneaker. It like takes up my whole body. And sometimes they're too ugly.
So what about like organics? Like we're seeing a lot of, wood, natural tones coming back into the kitchens. As I said, the white is kind of gone, but we're seeing walnut and white oak. Those are really big right now. Do you see any of these like browns coming back into fashion?
Brown is huge. I'm wearing it today. Sustainability is really, really big. As you guys have noticed over the years, it's become more and more. In fact, in Miami, I met this woman. She makes incredible clothing. It's sustainable. It was the softest pants I've ever felt before. And she, it was all like whites and creams and kind of like brown tones. And it's more expensive, but you're doing something for the environment, because fashion really crushes the environment. It just does. But yeah, I see a lot of that, and I feel like people are very drawn to it.
Okay, here's another one I was just thinking about, and I feel like this is kind of coming back from like being in COVID, was like that's indoor, outdoor living, like kind of having these open doors where you can cook and then everyone's outside and they can come back in and everyone can use it fluidly. Like, do you feel like there are a lot of outfits like you wear during the day and then you change the hat or the bag and you wear it out at night?
I think my goal in general is to have functional wardrobes for my clients where it's elevated casual, where you can wear it during the day, but also maybe just change your shoe to a heel and take it out for the night.
We might steal that elevated casual name for one of our next projects. I like that.
That's a
you
nice.
should.
Yeah,
I like it.
It has a ring to it.
Also, wait, what was I going to just say? I forget.
It's that 50-year-old brain
Oh my
of yours.
God, I know.
What were we talking about? Indoor, outdoor living.
Athleisure. Athleisure was so big during COVID. Big. And now it's like an elevated athleisure. So
I know, but I can't stand the sweatpants with heels. Like, I see it on the models all the time, but are you actually wearing that when you go out?
Or the silk pajama top and bottom thing. Like, that's wild.
I could kind of get behind that.
I could see you wearing
You would
that.
be like, I'll roll right into bed
She
now.
also, she also could do that because she's tall. But
Yeah.
I think, no, and it's so funny. I have this client, and she goes to Paris often, and she said, I would never wear sweatpants. In Paris, they don't wear sweatpants.
No,
but
they wear like those wide leg trousers.
Yeah, which is like, you can wear those wide leg trousers with like a sneaker, which could be kind of an athleisure-ish look. But I think that comfortable style, like that LA style, I think it's very...
No, I think of LA style as like homeless chic. LA and Paris are not the same.
No, but I'm saying that LA, like, comfortable style, it's back. I mean, it's here. The travel nicely look. Like, I want to be put together for the airplane look, but wear it around town. It's happening, and I appreciate it. It's comfortable.
Tell Tara about William, what he wears on the plane. It's the cutest thing ever.
I
seen
saw
him.
him
Oh, you saw
at
him?
the airport. That's how I knew it was you.
All right, well, tell the listeners.
So funny. Well, okay, but let me back up, because I actually think this could be like a whole book, but like what people wear to the airport for travel over time reflects the society norms, right? Like my grandparents, if they went on the Queen Mary, or they were going on a train, or they were going whatever, that you dressed to the nines, right?
Yeah.
And then the pendulum swung the other way, and people were like in their sweats, and it was just like, what's happening? And I feel like now it's kind of elevating a little bit. But yeah, so my son, he loves clothes. He is very comfortable in a suit. He always has been. Like, that's just something that, not all kids feel good in that. And that's his jam. We'd go to Paris together, and he'd be wearing a suit out and, just totally like in his element. So
How old is your son? How old is your son?
He is 17.
Yeah, so I think it was like, was it 2 years ago? I don't know. I saw you at the airport, and I was thinking it was you, but then I remembered you said your son's always in a suit, and he was. And I said, that's her. And my kids are like, why is that kid in a suit?
I'm so impressed with him. I'm like, please just put on pants that don't have stains on them. Although my kids did dress well in Paris. They like dressed up every day.
Yeah.
But some of them were like colored sweatpants, and Drew would wear like a tucked in shirt, but
That's
nobody
okay.
knew the difference.
Yeah, that's how Hudson dresses.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, ladies. And if any of our listeners have any trends that they'd like to share with us, we'd love to know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. That's it for this week's Shortlist. Thanks for listening.
If you enjoyed today's conversation, share it, leave a review, or let us know what's on your short list.
Shorts beyond measure, because the most important things in life can't be quantified.